Hello everybody, welcome back to All Things Jazzy. If you are new here, go ahead and subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and please give this video a thumbs up. In this video, I'm showing you how I made these peach cobbler cinnamon rolls. Let's hop into it. Alright, so I'm starting off with a can of peaches. I am using a large can. If you use a smaller can, you would just have less peaches, okay? So I did drain the peaches, and of course they still have juice because it's a can of fruit. So I'm going to just dump them all into the pan, except a little bit because we're going to save some to add as toppings later once they are all done. Now these are halves or slices, so I am just going to go ahead and cut some in half. Now I'm going to add some cinnamon, some nutmeg, add as much as you like, and also some brown sugar. I am adding just a couple of tablespoons of brown sugar, and then I'm going to add 1.5 tablespoons of flour. Okay, and so adding in the flour just helps the mixture to not be real juicy because these are cinnamon rolls. I don't want the dough to just be real soggy. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up, and then I'm going to set this to the side. Okay, so I'm just gonna move this to the side while I prepare the dough. I am starting off with some flaky biscuits. This is the Walmart brand. You can use whatever brand of biscuits you want. I ball on a budget. In other words, I shop on a budget. So I am just gonna take all the biscuits out, and I am just gonna cut them into fours. I did leave them leveled up as much as possible. So I cut them into fours, and now I have some melted butter. This is a half a stick of butter, real butter, that I melted, and I am also adding cinnamon and nutmeg to the butter, and then I am just going to go ahead and mix it up. Okay, so once it's all mixed up and blended, I am going to place my biscuits. I'm going to break them apart and place them into this bowl. Okay, so I am adding some brown sugar to the bottom of the bowl before I put the biscuits in there. Side note, you do not have to use biscuits. You can use a can of cinnamon rolls and that will work, but I didn't have those. I'm working with what I got at home, okay? And so if you use the cinnamon rolls, of course you don't need this butter and sugar mixture, the cinnamon, none of that stuff. You would just cut the cinnamon rolls and put them in there. So I'm adding this butter, sugar, it was no sugar, this butter and cinnamon mixture to the rolls that I put in the bowl, and I just mixed it up and tossed it around so they all were coated. And now I am going to add the biscuits to the top of the peaches that we prepared in the pan already. Okay, so now that they are all in the pan, this is how they look. We are going to cover them with some foil, and then we're going to toss them in the oven and let them cook on 375 degrees for 20 minutes. This is after the 20 minutes. So we're just going to go ahead and take the foil off, and now we're going to place them back into the oven for another 20 minutes. Okay, so while those are cooking, I am just going to add some olive oil to my pan, and I am going to fry some bacon, some turkey bacon, of course. And then I am going to make some scrambled eggs as well. That is just a part of our breakfast this morning. Okay, so to make the icing, I have some softened butter. I just have 1 tablespoon of softened butter. It's really soft. And I add in a whole cup of powdered sugar. And I'm going to start off with 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, and then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I'm going to use my whisks to go ahead and just mix everything together until it is nice and smooth. And you can keep adding more liquid until you get your desired consistency. And yes, I did forget to say you can sub the heavy cream for a coffee creamer, milk, or even water. Okay, so I let these cool off a bit while I was making the icing, so that it just doesn't melt right away. And you guys, they are all done. We're going to go ahead and cut these up and put them on our plates, and you are going to see our breakfast for this morning.